Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Spike Chainsaw Twitch stream. Sorry for the bit of audio issue. I just want to make sure that you can hear us and me and Dave fine now. I see a hello. I see one hello from Kevin Frane.
Okay, I should have a bit of audio lag, so if I'm like 5 or 10 seconds behind the conversation, don't think that I'm crazy.
You're just behind. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. And can we hear the game all right?
Normally in Japan, you're living in the future, but because I'm streaming from YouTube onto your OBS.
Yay, sounds better. I'm getting a lot of very positive responses, so yes. Hi Spike Chainsaw people, that is us. So, I'll go ahead and start the stream with our usual introduction. I'm Ari, and I'll be your host today for the 428 Shibuya Scramble Twitch stream. And on our guest side, we have a very special guest. Actually, he's over here, my left side. David Kracker, who's the Localization Director for the title 428 Shibuya Scramble. Hi guys. Game is kind of quiet. Alright, well, once we start playing, that should adjust for
thanks
those.
Thanks for having me, Ari. And I noticed we also have members of the translation staff in chat.
Yeah, that would be Kevin over there, Kevin Frane. Hi Kevin, thanks for joining us too. Alright, so Dave and I have on just a few housekeeping rules before we get started with the stream. Dave and I have on these really cool, Dave, if you want to show your shirt, although he'll be delayed, but Mean Clean t-shirts. So we're not wearing those just for fun. I mean, we are, but we also are going to be giving away a couple Mean Clean t-shirts here on the Twitch stream. So this is an exclusive item. We're not selling it anywhere. We don't have it anywhere else up as far as I know, but I have a couple of them, and I love to give away these awesome t-shirts. They're the t-shirts that Achi Endo is wearing during the game, and he is one of the 5 protagonists we have here in 428 Shibuya Scramble, which is a visual novel, and demo is currently up on the PlayStation 4 PlayStation Store, as well as there's the Steam version, which you can get, not a demo, but the game is currently live. So, I mean, I'm just gonna hop right into it. Today's release day, we've got a lot to celebrate, and I mean, for Dave, this is your first title as a localization director, so I'll let you go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've been super excited about releasing the title. I actually wasn't able to sleep last night.
Oh.
We had a typhoon, and I went to like a retro gaming meetup, and recently, this is like too much information, but recently I've gotten back into playing Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh.
And I borrowed a GameCube from the company. And so like I brought it to this event to like hang out with everybody. But since it's the company's GameCube, it has like property of Spike Chunsoft on the side. And like the guy like sitting next to me was like, wait, like Spike Chunsoft? Like, don't you do like those visual novel games like 428? And it's like, well, you know, funny you mention that because actually we're releasing the game tomorrow. So it's super exciting to know that people have been kind of like aware of this game. You know, it's been in the ether. It's kind of like this legendary visual novel that never made it out in English. So I'm really excited to finally be able to bring it out to everybody and kind of like, you know, provide a service for the English-speaking community.
Yeah, I mean, reviews are already coming in, Dave, and they're great. We're getting a lot of 10 out of 10s from PlayStation Lifestyle, among a few other outlets. And for me, that's just a great testament to how awesome this title is, and I'm glad that English-speaking users and fans like me can finally get a chance to play. I love this lag. It's like letting me take time to think about what I say next.
Yeah, same here. So I think where are you going to start us off today?
So we're going to go ahead and, I mean, we are on chat. We are on Twitch. I'm not playing by myself. So I would like to give you guys the opportunity to pick our routes as we go. For those of you who are just tuning in, we are currently playing 428 Shibuya Scramble, which is a visual novel adventure game, meaning we do have 5 protagonists, and each of those protagonists is on a separate route where you choose choices to advance the story. I do have a save data set up following the demo. So for those of you who haven't played the demo yet, we are reaching a bit into spoiler territory, but don't worry, it's only 1 hour, so we're not going too far ahead. Right now, let's see. Again, I do have chat on the line, so who do you guys want to play as? After the 11th hour, we unlock the rest of the 5 characters. During the demo, you were only able to play as the Detective Kano and as Mr. Mean Clean mascot himself. He's the mascot of Mean Clean. He wears the Mean Clean t-shirt that we're wearing. Achi Endo, who is the former gang leader of 428 Shibuya Streets. And I'm seeing a lot of reactions in chat already. Yes! You guys are choosing the best character, Tama. Alright, well, let's go ahead and go with Tama then. To give you guys a bit of a summary for what happened in the last hour, the 10th hour. So everything has progressed through a number of hours, as you can see in top
Tama's
of the screen.
strong choice.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah. Tama is the correct choice, isn't it, Dave? Yeah, so just to go over what happened the previous hour, we were playing as Kano and Achi. The whole game revolves around this kidnapping case. And we have Hitomi, who is the sister of the person that was kidnapped. And this person that was kidnapped is being held by ransom, and Hitomi has to hand off a case with a bunch of money in it. Kano is on the scene, and Achi bumps into this whole setup and is there to try and help get Hitomi out of that situation. So currently Kano is pursuing the person that they think is a suspect, and we have Achi, who is running away with Hitomi to save her life. He's just a good guy. He sees a girl in a dangerous situation. But we have here Minori Kawa, who's a journalist, Osawa, who is a brilliant researcher, and Tama, our mascot. So of these 3, how do they actually interweave into a situation where a kidnapping occurs? We'll find out. I think my camera is off. Okay. Me and Dave will be here to answer questions in chat, so Dave, feel free if there's a question that jumps out at you that people are here to obviously ask our special guests. Go on ahead. Yeah, that Tama dance.
Yeah, sure. And also, since we have like the main translator of the series here, I'm sure he can actually answer some of these questions better than I can, because he was knee deep in everything. So.
Oh well, you were too, Dave. Don't sell yourself short. So we do have Kevin Frane on the line as well, who loves Tama's theme music. I do too. Let's get right into it. Just have to. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go to... darn, I'm gonna go all the way to... Yeah, jump back to the beginning. That's where I had left off in gameplay. There's the theme music, there it is. We have a couple questions here in chat. A couple of them are translation questions. Hold on. We do have a question from Caddy Guy number 2.
Plans to localize any other Spike Chunsoft visual novels? I mean, that would be the dream, right?
That would be the dream. Right, so depending on how 428 does, like Dave said, that will give us an opportunity to see what kind of games you want. We did just get established earlier this year, so this is kind of the opportunity for us to throw all these more niche games out into market and see how you guys like them. So if there's anything you guys want to know about more, or maybe like games that weren't translated into English, feel free to just let us know. We do have a contact page on our website. And as you can see, Tama here is just going through a heat wave. Let me know if I'm going too fast through it. But we are going to reach a decision point, and you'll get to see how the choices are made in the game.
Game audio trouble.
Yeah, I'm getting some game audio issues. How is it right now? Do you guys hear Tama's theme music? Or Dave's? None? Better? As Megabyte117 says, Japanese summers are just
I don't know if you guys can hear me though.
Oh, audio's back. Audio's back. Thank you guys. Sorry, it's probably my fault. I'm like messing around in OBS here. So it's pretty hot in Japan, but on top of that, Tama's wearing a mascot outfit, so it's even hotter for her. And she's a delicate young lady, so she shouldn't be doing this sort of job.
I noticed someone's asking about Leland Palmer. So yeah, there's a character in the game named Leland Palmer, and if you're a Twin Peaks fan, that's a pretty obvious reference. It's not something that we added in. It was actually in the original, and there's a lot of other like more subtle nods to Twin Peaks throughout the game.
Yeah, I think 428, Shibuya, 428 stands for Shibuya, by the way. 428 itself is kind of a cultural nod towards a lot of different
Twin
references.
Peaks is actually crazy popular in Japan, maybe even more so than in the States. Like they gave Laura Palmer a public funeral. I want to say it was in Shibuya.
So we have Tama out here, just to summarize, for those of you guys who are just jumping into chat. She's given out a bunch of these really dodgy diet drinks. You know, it's called Burning Hammer, of all things, and it's supposed to make you lose a lot of weight really fast just from a drink. Just drink and watch the pounds melt away, as Tama would say. Just burn those pounds away. There are a lot of great lines in 428 overall that are just super quotable. Hashtag Burning Hammer. If there's any hashtag that comes out of the stream, I want it to be that.
Well, you have to thank Kevin for those.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Ari, since you've started playing Fire Pro Wrestling, you can maybe appreciate this, but Burning Hammer is actually like a classic pro wrestling finishing move. It's supposed
way.
To like one of the dangerous moves ever invented. So.
Did you just do that to tie in Fire Pro Wrestling World?
Chat.
Fire Pro Wrestling World is a game that we just released last week.
You have to make me a mod.
So that game did come out last week for PS4. We had the New Japan Pro Wrestling collaboration. I don't mean to take over Fire Pro Wrestling from the chat, but I've just gotten super into it, and Okada is pretty much my favorite. So that's why I'm like thinking about it's a good time to jump in and talk about Fire Pro. And we do have like a upcoming Fighting Spirit Unleashed here in Long Beach, where we're located. All right. So Tama's about to make her first decision. Well, I guess you guys are about to make their first decision. So we have two people walking in Tama's direction. There's two. And we gotta give away this one diet drink. Who should we pick? Which one looks more likely to take it? We have... And this is one of my favorite lines in the whole game. Clutching the free sample in my furry fist. I try to force it off on the businessman to my left, or I try to force it off on the disheveled fellow to my right. Oh, we got some Japanese hashtags in the chat right now. Sigma Jump says the right. A or B? Oh god, it's split. I see more B's. I see B as an icon. I'm gonna go with B.
That's split. This is pretty even.
Going with the disheveled fellow. B's. To my surprise, he takes it. So, for those of you who played the demo, you might know who this character already is, and that's why we chose B, I want to say. Oh, he won't take it. But Tama stands her ground. And this is what's great about the game. There are like actual pauses in the text dialogue too, so you feel Tama waiting for a few moments in this silent impasse. And then he leaves. He took the drink. Waffleman _ says, I'm sure the guy on the right is not a cop or anything. Yeah.
This is something that Kevin could probably chime in on, but like in the game code itself, there's like weights and things like that. So it was like the localization team actually had to take these like text pauses into consideration while they were translating the game, which I'm sure was
oh man,
way more work than they had expected when they signed up for it.
It's already so much work to localize a game. I don't think that's something that most people know. That to add on all these extra difficulties and audio changes makes it even worse. As Kevin Frane just says, oh yeah, the weights and pauses in the dialogue were a big part of the manual editing. Right, so Tama's not alone. She has a friend, the chicken.
So, if you guys haven't played the demo, one of the big things about 428 is that, like, you have these 5 different stories running in parallel. So, decisions you make for one character can have this like impact on what happens in another character's scenario, even if it's not completely apparent. So, like right now, Tama gave the diet drink away to the undercover cop, and her scenario goes on as if nothing had happened. But if we were to go over to Kano's scenario, then we might see what happened to that diet drink.
Right. That diet drink will actually go somewhere in a narrative. And you can know where it came from when you're playing Kano, who might not know where it came from, but we played Tama, so we're like, oh wait, this is one of the burning hammer drinks. Gently Caressed Youth asks, where can I get one of those Mean Clean t-shirts? We are giving away the t-shirts during the stream. I have a couple, so I'm going to give out a couple. We're also giving away video game codes, 4428, Steam or PS4, if you'd like. And yeah, you can only get these here. These are really cool. And they're only one size, L. Alright, so they're going back to where the Burning Hammer sales demo is taking place. And as you can see from the shots here, we're actually in Shibuya. Like, this is an actual street in Shibuya, Tokyo, so it's pretty accurate, pretty cool. They did so much for this game that it's so incredible for me whenever I see any of the location shots, because they actually printed out those stands, they actually got these mascots, and it's basically like filming a whole movie. And these are just some awesome moments that you get from Tama's game. And there are a lot of...
it was shot like a movie. Obviously, a lot of the game is still photography. But, they would have the actors, like, actually act out the scenes and, like, say the lines, and then, like, the cameraman would just, take photos in burst mode. And then afterwards, they would, like, select the best one and, use that to create the scene.
Oh, that's very cool. There are a bunch of behind-the-scene shots, or behind-the-scene videos on YouTube too that I've seen, and it basically is like a full movie. Oh, so Tama is trying to eat her lunch right now, and she can't take off the mascot suit. See, and that's so cool to me. Camera. Is that the audio, or it's not the audio, the visuals just change and move as the game is going. So good.
Well, I mean, it's really cool because it's got this kind of like stop motion feel to it,
Mhm.
and even though there's a lot of like still photography, they use like camera tricks, like camera pans or like weird like effect filters and things like that to create the sense of motion. So it's somewhere between like an actual movie and like a static visual novel.
And there are a lot of other Spike Chunsoft references throughout the video, if you can see them. If you can point them out, chat, that might just make you the winner of our Mean Clean t-shirt. I'm just kidding. No, I don't want to raise the stakes. That being said, we are about 30 minutes. Well, I guess we started a bit later, so we're about 25 to 20 minutes within the chat. So we're going to go ahead, and for everyone who's watched up until this point, I'm going to have our chat moderator over here go ahead and pick a random person from chat to receive a 428 Shibuya Scramble Mean Clean Achi Endo t-shirt. And it is size L. And you will also get a free game code. Steam or PS4. So once we pick someone, I will announce the winner. It's up to the gods of chat. I see some people talking about Virtue's Last Reward in chat, so I just wanted to add that when I first played 428, so a little bit about me, I was a huge, or I am a huge Uchikoshi fan, so playing visual novels and going through the whole Zero Escape series is kind of my thing. But when I first saw the timeline, which you can see when you press F2, you get a whole look at how the branching paths go, and it totally reminded me of Virtue's Last Reward, which is probably where games like that got their inspiration from these legendary visual novels in Spike Chunsoft history that came before. Oh, looks like we have our first winner. Shuzak.
Yeah, well, the director of 428 he's a bit of a big deal. I'll continue the story afterwards.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, we have the winner, Shuzak, SHUZAKKKK. Congratulations! You've won a 428 Mean Clean t-shirt. Are you there? Say hi. I see a lot of other emoticons, but yeah, go ahead, Dave. I think, was it Jiro Ishii, who's the director?
Yeah, he's been in the industry for a long time, and he was actually one of the producers on 999.
Oh, no way.
So he's been working on visual novels for a long time that kind of have this idea of like looping timelines or like branching paths and things like that. So yeah, there's like very clear like pedigree from his earlier work to like 999 to 428 and then stuff that came after that. So.
Oh, that's so awesome. I mean, that's so cool. It's like that's where all these awesome visual novels that I played came from. So it's also cool to step into Spike Chunsoft history and be able to play these older games. And even though it doesn't have as many of the very fancy voting or BP points that the Virtue's Last Reward series game had, I think that there's still that incredible amount of storytelling you can get from a game. Just like, stripped down to the bare bones, just have your decision making and your branching paths. She's so cute. I love playing Thomas.
For advertising purposes, we've been kind of playing up a lot of like the jokey or gag aspects of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But to be serious for a moment, there's a very strong, important theme that runs through the game, and like each character kind of has their own like redemption arc. And as you play through the game, you'll probably find a character whose like internal struggles kind of mirror your own.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm overanalyzing it because I spent so much time with other characters, so they became a part of me. But I think there's really a lot there if you want to pick it apart.
I think that just looking at reviews, and not to spoil anything too much, but a main theme you can get from a visual novel with branching paths, especially like 428, the smallest decision you make, like the Burning Hammer example we had earlier, has a huge effect on one character's route. And it's about those small things that we do in our lives to affect other people without even realizing it. But this is so cute. All the protein, soy max, straw. We have a question for Kevin Frane from Dave. Who was your favorite character and why? I mean, now that we have Kevin in the chat, this is actually a really cool surprise. We can ask you questions, Kevin. Oh, here we go. Here we have introduction of Tama's boss. This guy's the real deal. You'll know what I mean when you see him. He's the guy in the afro. If you couldn't tell, you know, not the scary Yakuza guys are leaning over him. So this is where we get the first taste of conflict in Tama's route. As we can see, he's trying to gain money through selling these dodgy diet drinks, these burning hammers, and these Yakuza guys are out here to get him. And Tama's still stuck in that suit watching all of this unfold. Jabado says, I was waiting for Tama's boss to be a bigger Tama. That's an incredible idea. It would be so awesome if there were just another bigger, bad Mr. Tama. Oh no, he's being dragged away. There he goes. Goodbye. And now it looks like the demo is over. Yeah, I thought, boss, we have poor Tama all by herself. And that's our first bad end. Number 11. And they are numbered, so you kind of get a sense for collecting the ones that you didn't collect. Oh, I missed it, but if you click tab at that moment, you can get a hint for why you got that bad end and what you could do differently in another route or even in your own route to try and figure it out. For Tama's route in particular, gonna go back.
Yeah, but the worst thing here is like we didn't even make a bad decision. And
No, we didn't.
It's just like something happened in another character's route that we don't know about that ended up, you know, screwing us over in Tama's route. So
Right.
you have to kind of think about like what other character could have made a decision to cause this situation for Tama. So you have to jump to the timeline and kind of like think about what scenarios you've gone through so far or the ones that you haven't. Just kind of go from there.
So, what we don't know is when we will play a previous line to get to Tama's line, you'll play Achi's route, and you'll find out that Achi ran across these Yakuza guys. So we are here. This is the whole time chart that I was talking about that reminds me of the Zero Escape series. You can kind of jump through, and there's little icons there to show when you get different choices, as well as when choices line up with other characters. So let's go to Achi's route at number 1115. In this route, he's with Hitomi, and he just ran off. Should we skip a bit forward? Yeah. See, now these are a bit more serious. You got that cool rock music in the back going. Achi's running away from a gunman with Hitomi. And as a small recap, Hitomi is the sister of the person that got kidnapped. So she's got a personal stake in this. And they're trying to get out of here. And they're on their way to Dogen Saka, which is where the kidnappers told her to meet them after they took the money from her. Oh, I didn't have to explain that because we're jumping right into a flashback. We got a question from Megabyte117 for Dave. Is there tense music to go with it too? Because I definitely can't listen to some of those tracks again.
Yeah, I'd say each scenario has a very different feel and a different soundtrack. Like Achi's is more like what we just heard, kind of like high energy rock, and Tama has a lot of
The very cute call music.
kind of silly sounding music.
Hmm.
But then when it gets to the tense scenes and like kind of like creepypastas, yeah, there's definitely some spooky music to go along with that. So
Yeah, it's very cool how each route, despite being the same game, kind of feels like its own character. It really does attach this idea to the characters. Like for Achi, he's a former gang leader. You know, there was a gunman just pointing a gun at him, and he's trying to get this girl to safety. So it really does capture that tense moment that he's always in. But he's a funny guy too, so there's a lot of funny moments that happen. It kind of balances itself out. So we're on our way to Dogenzaka, and we should bump into them here. So remember these guys? These guys were in the previous route. The ones dragging away Tama's boss. There's something shady looking about them. It might be the shades. I saw a better hashtag earlier. Instead of burning hammer, for Achi, we have hashtag Achi action. So it's time for some Achi action here. So they're looking for the Nokane building, which is where, if we remember, that's where the demo was taking place. So he knows where it is. Achi is from Shibuya. So he actually has probably the best recognition of the city. Let's go ahead and make a choice, you guys. So what do you think would help Tama out? If you remember, her boss was dragged away by these guys because they made it to Nokane building. So we probably want to go with A or B. I'm going to say B. So just pointing them away from where the center guy is would help Tama get a little bit more time. I love that the line says, no harm in helping a couple lost dudes, because there's so much harm in just making that small decision.
Chad is trying to kill me in Agisha.
I suppose B. So we point them in the opposite direction. And it's so funny how they walk off because it sounds like they never wanted trouble at all. Yeah, just see you later. Thanks for pointing me in the right direction. But little did you know, you just saved Tama's boss. Looks like our... 1 second.
Right, since I already futzed around with the camera, this seems like a good opportunity to drop some to drop some random trivia. So Tama's boss is this actually kind of like I don't know if famous is the right word, but at the time he was kind of a popular comedian named Nasubi. Some people in the West might have heard of him because there's like this famous Japanese game show where like put a guy in a room, stripped him naked, like no food, and he had to survive a year off of what he won through like postcard lotteries, and that's how Nasubi made a name for himself. It's a really interesting story. If you've never heard of it, if you've never heard it before, there's an episode of It's American Life that goes into it, and it's yeah. So I think a lot of people have probably heard of like that crazy Japanese game show, but you didn't put two and two together. So he's kind of like a very like physical comedy actor, and you know he really plays it up in 428. So pretty much all the scenes are solid gold. Uh-oh. So Ari's having a bit of issues with her cameras, but she'll have everything offline just in a moment. So actually, Kevin, one thing we never really talked about is like what was difficult translating the game, because the scripts that you gave me were all like extremely polished, and like 99% of it was just like, okay, like this is perfect, let's go with it. So I didn't get a very good feel for like the internal struggles that you guys are having.
Hi, can you guys hear and see me? Thanks for waiting. I think I'm back. Yes, I am back. Thank you guys. Can I get the camera just a little bit? Okay, cool. Ooh. Alright, we good? Yeah. Awesome. Wow, you guys are so friendly. Everyone's like, yeah, you're back. Oh, here we go. And back into the action perfectly, actually. Okay, we have here a group of thuggish-looking men having some kind of argument. But actually, now that we've unlocked what happened to Tama's route, we can go ahead and jump back out and take a look and see how she's doing. And this is kind of just a quick example for you guys to be able to see exactly how your choices affect other people's choices. So if we go back to Tama's route, oh. Got to jump all the way back to this Tama theme music. After all that action from Achi's side, seems like it's a nice little break. Question from ZCat Kracker, 428 question: are there routes that are blocked unless you unlock the bad end? Not exactly. Oh, actually, I'll have Dave answer that one. Go ahead, Dave.
Yes. Well, yes and no.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, like, as you're playing through the scenario, even if you don't reach a bad end, sometimes it'll be like what they call like a keep out. Like it's
right.
You'll read the scenario up to a certain point, and then it's basically like cut to commercial break. You can't reach past this point. And so in order to get past the keep out, you actually need to continue the scenario from another character's perspective. And then within that character scenario, within character B scenario, there'll be a point where it'll like reference character A scenario, and then you jump directly from character B to character A, and that like unlocks their keep out blocker. And some of these keep out blockers are hidden behind like bad ends. So as the player, you're incentivized to kind of make bad choices and explore like all the side alleys and side stories that the city has to offer.
That being said, there are a bunch of bonus content that you can also unlock through getting bad ends. So you do want to go back and just get as many endings as you can, bad and good. Oh, here we go. Same situation. Hold it right there. So, if you remember previously, he was being dragged away by Yakuza, but now they didn't show up because Achi redirected them. So we have now Big Boss Tama, as we're calling him. I like that phrase. Big Boss Tama, standing in the doorway. Kinichi na yaganashi. Ah, yanagishita. I'm gonna mess it up. And, you can tell he's been a bit beat up already. There he is with the burning #BurningHammer logo. So he's one of the really great characters that has so much expression, and just like any screenshot of him that I use for this game just automatically makes everybody really like, what kind of game is this? What's going on? What's this guy with an afro doing here? And so now we're getting a sense for the actual job that Tama has to do. But yeah, so that's an example of how one decision can affect another character's decision. Before we continue, I think it'd be a good idea to give away another t-shirt. So, again, leaving it up to the chat god, we have on chat. For those of you who are currently in, we are playing 428 Shibuya Scramble this is the Steam version, but it also came out on PlayStation 4 today. And we're giving away a couple t-shirts. So for those of you who have tuned in up until this time, we're gonna go ahead and pick a random winner from chat. And that is the Mean Clean t-shirt, the Achi Endo, our bad boy that the rock music was playing. But he's not really a bad boy. I really hate using that word on him. He's such a good guy. Super nice. But Dave and I here are wearing the shirts. These are the exact shirts that you're gonna get. You see a lot going through chat right now. Ramo is dead says he's a bad boy with the heart of gold. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And Soon Screen said this is perfect giveaway music. It absolutely is. Alright, looks like our winner has been picked. Oh, cool. We just answered your question, actually. Congratulations to Z-Cat Kracker. Z-C-A-T-C-R-A-C-K-E-R. Z-Cat Kracker? Maybe? just gotta do it. So you get the 428 t-shirt, and please watch out for a DM or a DM private message our admin or Spike Soft to let them know which console you want, PS4 or Steam. Alright, so we can just go ahead and finish up Tama's route up until the end of her hour. Here we have another choice, this time 3 choices. Should we go for A, B, or C? And we did run a little bit over for chat. We did start a little bit late, I should say. So I don't mind running a bit over past the 1 hour that we promised. If you're okay with that, Dave. So far we've had 2 winners to answer the question for...
Oh yeah, I'm totally fine.
Yeah?
This is actually, it's 9 o'clock in the morning in Japan, and the company usually doesn't open until 10 o'clock, so...
Thanks for your dedication, Dave. We really appreciate it. Just hanging out. I see a lot of C's. Wait, is this that stuff that gives you visions or something? I see why. Visions. Okay. I'm gonna go with C.
I do this all day if they let me, but...
Okay, going with C. Oh, the music changed. It's so scary now. Talking about some urban legends here. All your fingernails a faint shade of black. Should have painted my nails black for the stream.
Alright, Chad, it's time to reap what you sow.
I think this is a bad end. This has to be a bad end. This is like all that creepypasta stuff. And then it just goes back to Tama. What a fun drink. I wish I could have some Burning Hammer right now, right here on stream. She's not even drinking it. The mascot.
So this is the one thing that I regret about 428 is that there's a lot of references to previous Chunsoft titles that weren't released in English.
I see. So
well,
was that a
regret
reference?
isn't the right word, but it's no. If only I could provide more information. Like for example, the whole deal with like visions and like getting black fingernails from drinking it comes from Imabiki So, which is like a horror visual novel.
I see.
Or a horror sound novel about like these college students go up in the mountains and they find this like spooky mountain, this spooky mansion. They go inside and they drink this potion that starts giving them visions of a woman in black who's coming to kill them.
Oh no. Well, that sounds like a game not like 428 at all. But no, that's really cool. Yeah, see, there are so many references in this game. Oh, poor Tom. What is in this stuff? Her tongue is tingling. I definitely think this is a bad ending right now. Oh, it's imported from America. It has to be dangerous. I say this as an American. 1,000,000 yen for 300 bottles. Crazy. The underscore unlock says it looks like the boss has horns or ears with the way he's standing. Yeah, it looks like he's wearing bunny ears. For those of you asking in chat, I mean, you just got the answer. It's Imobikiso, and that's the name of the horror visual novel from Spike Chunsoft as well. I'm so glad we got to show this like really funny side of 428. I was here like really prepared to get emotional and like scared while playing if we chose any of the other routes. But I'll leave that for you guys to do when you actually get the game and play it. Oh, here we go, another choice. As for me, I can't. A or B? I'm saying 2 Bs right now. B? Yeah, there's a lot of cool music for this game, as the Pie Master 5 says. Oh, now I'm seeing a lot of A's. Oh. I'm gonna go with A. Even I can't find the words, I'm so flabbergasted. Tama, why are you still wearing your costume? Everyone's wondering that right now. Oh, such a great scene as well. So the whole idea is that Tama is this really good-looking young lady, dainty young lady, as she says, underneath this outfit. So she was hired to be a model. But she can't be a model if she's wearing the Tama outfit. How about we just cut off the mascot soon? See, now this looks like a scene from a horror visual novel. I'm sure we'll get it off eventually.
Well, the scenario writer for the scenario writer for 428 also worked on Imobikiso.
Oh,
so
really?
He's got horror chops. Oh no, Ari's been taken away from us.
Hello? I think I'm on again. My audio should still work at least.
Are you getting visions, Ari?
I'm getting visions right now. Who are you?
Oh my God.
Where
You're
am I?
back.
I'm back. Oh man. So okay, now we're here, Center City guy. Now I want to play Imobikiso. It's like my next game on my next list. It's just always much more fun when you can understand all the Easter eggs that are included.
I really want to play Imobikiso, but another game I need to play is Machi, which
Machi.
Like, 428 is like the spiritual successor to Machi.
Right.
Like Machi is essentially the same game, except it's set in the 90s in Shibuya. So
So it's basically like 428 in that it's from Shibuya. It's taking place in Shibuya as well, but completely different time era. Oh, hi everyone. I just saw chat. Everyone's saying hi. So nice.
Yeah, and it has the same like gimmick where you have different like stories running in parallel, and choices for one scenario affect the other. So
Oh, that's very cool. we're like right now we're going through this really strange.
and all the really
flashback.
hardcore Japanese visual novel fans say that Machi is actually better than 428, which I find hard to believe.
Yeah, I was like,
I'll see it.
is that true? 428 is actually really, really good, so. But I guess we won't know until we play it for ourselves. So for those of you who are tuning in, we're almost about wrapping up our
It did
stream.
receive perfect 40 out of 40 in Famitsu when that actually counted for something. So in this case, I think it was well deserved.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The 40 out of 40, which is a perfect score on Famitsu. It's like, it's so interesting to me, especially having seen visual novels that have a lot more gimmicks and different techniques. But at the end of the day, a good visual novel and a good story is a good story. But yeah, for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull all the information together that we have from this stream. But 428 Shibuya Scramble came out today for PlayStation 4 and Steam, and I'm currently playing through Tama's route in the 11th hour. So this is after the demo, which is currently also on the PlayStation Store for you to play. I have David Kracker here, who is the Localization Director, and we also have Kevin Frane, the translator, who's also in the chat. And I think that just goes to show, like, you guys both showed up for the stream, and that's just so awesome that yes, hello. That this game is so loved, not only by the creators and people who worked on it, but we're just so excited for you guys to, even us, the publishers, for you guys to play the game. So it's reviewing really well right now, which everyone here in the office is really excited for. It's been nothing but positive vibes. 428 is now available for you guys to download and play. And if you just want to try out the demo, aside from what I've shown you here today, we also have that demo on PlayStation Store. Yes, the translator, Kevin Frane. He's the one answering all the questions in chat. Someone just said, "Oh, the translator," in chat. But I mean, translation and localization directing on Dave's side is obviously a lot of work for this title, as you can see from all the text.
So yeah, someone asked about how long it took for the translation, and yeah, 9 months was about right.
It's wild.
Which a lot of titles actually you could probably, under normal circumstances, a game of this size could be done in like half the time. But we were working with a very small team, which ended up, we had a long development time, so like a long development schedule, so everything worked out in the end. And I think that actually gave us a better quality game because I assume that working with a smaller team makes it easier to kind of ensure that you have the correct voice for each character. From my understanding, it's basically just like Kevin working on everything. But like Kevin, was there anybody else working on you with the translations, or was it basically just like a one-man show?
The one-man Kevin Frane translation show. Yeah, there's just so much text that we're going through. Kevin says that, yeah, ordinarily on a game this size, there would be about 4 to 6 separate translators, but for the 428, it was just him. Wow. Well, props to you, man. You know everything.
Yeah, you probably know the game better than I do at this point. But I mean, like I said, I've worked on a couple of projects, and there's always varying levels of editing involved after you receive like the deliverables from the localization team. And everything on 428 was like, okay, everything looks good. So I mean, like the product that you guys delivered was pretty much perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's great just playing it right now. I'm not bumping into any issues, and I mean, it's delivering all as much comedy and fun and tense action that I would expect to receive in the Japanese version. Oh, congratulations, Kevin. Good job, Kevin. Everyone in chat is so nice. We're all just congratulating Kevin right now. Yes, so please go ahead and enjoy Dave and Kevin's hard work today, 428, coming out. And I'm going to go ahead. We're at about 10 minutes past the hour, so I'm going to wrap up the stream now. But before I do, is there anything that you wanted to say, Dave, to everyone? Or even Kevin, if you wanted to go ahead and type out something, I'll go ahead and read it to chat.
Oh, hang on. We're almost at a good point.
Oh, okay. Never mind, we can't stop playing,
I was going to say, like, just kind of proceed the story a little bit, because we're at another branching point.
Oh, I see. Customers coming in. Oh, I'm scared. Who could it be? And that's cool that the screen's also shaking. Oh! Oh, that's right. He just starts destroying everything. I love the sound effects right now.
Not so well-mannered recorder. Minori Kawa was in the sales demo.
So that was Minori Kawa, who is one of the characters you can play, one of the 5 protagonists. I'm not sure if this is a bad end. This might be the end you need to figure out where to go next for Minori Kawa. So for those, well, when you play the game, you'll find out that for Minori Kawa's route, he's currently at a keep out. Meaning that he needs someone else to jump into his story to be able to progress. And now the whole demo station, sales demo area has been destroyed. A bad end. The demo got postponed. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the hint. The hint is that there wasn't much they could do to stop this strange intruder from destroying the sales event. But why did he show up in the first place, especially at this hour? The man in question has a clear choice to make at 11:30. And poor Thomas' fate hinges on what he decides. Rip. Yeah, press F, guys. So yeah, actually this is a great way to end Thomas' route and Thomas 11 o'clock. And a great way to end our stream on this very sad music.
Early in the game, the way that things overlap is a bit obvious, but later on it kind of gets more convoluted.
More intricate. Yeah,
those almonds.
When we were playing it here in the office, there were times when people would get frustrated, and it's like, oh, can you guys just help me figure out who I should look at next, who I should play next? And I think you really have to kind of strategize and pay attention a lot to know where to go now. Everybody's so sad, oh no. Alright, rest in pieces, Tama. Rest in pieces. That being said, yeah, so I'll leave it to Dave and Kevin if you guys have anything you wanted to add to chat before I close out. And give away our last Mean Clean t-shirt. Yeah. Set the perfect offer music.
Yeah, so again, thanks everybody for coming out to watch the chat. It was nice talking to everyone, and it was a pleasure to have Kevin here to answer questions. You probably picked up, the game was created by a very small and passionate team, and it's a very niche title, and I hope it does well. So if you're interested in the game, please tell your friends, have your friends tell their friends, and spread the word. This is hailed in Japan as one of the greatest visual novels ever made, and if you play it, I think you'll see why. So thanks for your support, and hopefully I can do something like it again in the future.
Cool, thanks Dave, and congratulations again on the launch. To your team, to our team, to Kevin's team as well. There are so many small pieces that came together to make this project happen, so we're really excited for the release today. Kevin, is there anything you wanted to say? Aside from, yes, please help spread the word on 428. I do think it's a very underrated visual novel that needs a lot more attention, so being able to bring it to the West as one of our first visual novel titles published is such a great honor and so cool to be part of this visual novel history, as they would say. Oh, everyone's so nice. See, this is like what I love about streaming. You guys are so cool. Because you guys are so cool, we're gonna go ahead and give away that last Mean Clean t-shirt. As we were wrapping up, we did pick another random winner. Oh, and I'm gonna give it to Boom Cannon. You win the Mean Clean t-shirt. and game code. So please let our Whisper DM, however it's called on Twitch, I think it's Whisper, which code you'd like, PS4 or Steam. And to read Kevin's ending quote, he says, "As a translator, I work on plenty of things that I don't endorse anywhere nearly as high as I do this. Not even because I just worked on it. I just think it's a fantastic story and I love the characters. It was sad to finish the game and be done with them." Oh, thanks, Kevin. That's so sweet. Yeah, I think that's, you know, a story is really good when you feel like you have to say goodbye to the characters that you've grown to love and know. So it's good to know. Cool. Thank you guys for joining. 428 Shibuya Scramble is out today. Today is launch day, and that's why we were celebrating for Steam and PlayStation 4. And again, there is that playable demo up. We will be giving away a lot more Mean Clean t-shirts. I have a bunch more. So look out for our social media, which is on the right side. Our social media channels. We've got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. And we do our giveaways there. A lot more 428 information and future release stuff will be coming soon. I think that's about it. Anything else? That's all.
No, you said pretty much everything. And, you know, if people want to talk, you know, to send us messages on our social media.
Yeah, funny little note is that we do look at the social media more than you guys think that we do. And so we're there to answer and look over things. And, you know, I'll be watching and see how this game does. So thank you guys so much. Until next stream, bye-bye. I'm gonna turn off.
All right, see you guys. Have fun in Cali.
Bye.